Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade, for Celebrity Page, and we're joined by the incredibly talented Priyanka Chopra talking about the new season of Quantico. Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade, and my day just got a whole lot better because I've got Priyanka Chopra joining me. Congratulations, Quantico is back. You're a busy lady.
I like it that way, I think, Arthur. I think that's a good problem to have.
I agree.
Right?
What did you call it? Champagne
I
problems.
prefer Prosecco problems.
First and foremost, how are you feeling? It sounded scary what you went through.
It was scary. I've done a lot of stunts over the years. I've done a lot of action movies and I usually don't end up getting hurt. And I've never had a concussion before. So this was scary. Being in the ER was scary. It felt like Grey's Anatomy, actually. That's the closest to an ER I've ever been. So it was very exciting. And I was, by doctor's orders, supposed to sit on a couch and do nothing for 3 days, which I did. I couldn't watch TV. I couldn't read a book because you're not supposed to focus your eyes on anything. So all I did was listen to Amy Schumer in my ears
That's a heck
all
of a
weekend.
vacation.
It was great. I actually love her, and the book is really funny. Recommend it.
People don't realize when you're doing these stunts, I was thinking about it, you guys are you're warriors. I mean, crazy stuff can happen. Does it change the way you approach your job now that this kind of first time has happened?
No, not really. I've always trusted my own instincts with my stunts. I mean, I know a lot of actors use stunt doubles, and I do too, when it's like extremely dangerous or something where I know could be possible. Mostly the producers insist that I do more than me, but I know my body language very well. I finish stunts really fast. I learn them fast, and I know how to do them like Alex, So I don't think it's going to change the way I do my stunts, for sure.
Speaking of Alex, she's back.
She's back.
She's got a whole lot of things she has to contemplate.
Yes.
Where are we going to see Alex go now?
This is a really interesting episode tonight, especially because where we're coming back on this mid-season premiere is Alex just found out that Ryan's a terrorist in the last cliffhanger, and that changed, or at least seemed like he was a terrorist, and she doesn't know what happened. Going forward, everything that's happened in season 2 is probably going to be resolved in the next 3 episodes, and we're going to go into one timeline by about 14, I think.
I was thinking about this over the weekend. I don't feel like anyone's ever made a crossover success the way you have, coming from one country to another. You win a People's Choice Award again last week.
Yes.
When you look at winning an award like that, because that's the fans speaking, is it mind-blowing to see how much the fans support you and the success you've had?
It's incredible. Yes, you're right. Coming from another country completely, and seeing the kind of love, affection that I have got in America from you guys, from the audience, from my colleagues, from the industry, has been really fascinating. And it's just a testament to the fact that if you're willing to work hard and you're good at your job, I guess people will recognize that. And winning the People's Choice to me was that.
You've conquered television and now film Baywatch, one of the most anticipated movies of the year. What can everybody expect? I can't wait to see it, first of all, but what can everybody expect?
Well, we were just shooting over the weekend this really special extra bit for Baywatch. I can't tell you guys more, but I can't tell you how much I missed playing Victoria Leeds. I was back and I was saying all of these lines, and I was just like, man, this character is going to be so much fun. I have to say, Baywatch is going to be one of the best way to bring in your summer this year, for sure. And it's a lot of rated R fun, I have to say.
Fame is such a hard thing. And we were just talking about you and just saying how really down-to-earth, grounded, and cool you are. How are you able to maintain that? I can't imagine, as things are getting bigger and bolder and you become just a bigger star, how do you keep grounded?
I'm just a person. I've always just been a girl. I've been doing this since I was 16 years old, 17 years old. That's half of my life. I don't know anything else except being in front of a camera. And if I don't find, this is my normal. So if I don't find normalcy in this, I'm going to be insane, and that I don't want to be. I love doing what I do. I don't take it for granted. I know show business is extremely fickle. It's here one day. It might not be here the next day. So I love what I do, and I want to be able to give it my best. So somewhere, hopefully, I'll leave a legacy.
Are you even surprised at the rate and the speed with which everything has escalated for you?
Yes, I am. I didn't expect that. I didn't see it coming as much. I was a girl who came into a completely different country, even questioning whether global entertainment is ready to see a lead that looks like me. And here we are with a show which is a hit in about 216 territories. Just goes to show that the world is ready for great entertainment. And it doesn't matter what your lead looks like as long as you have a good show and as long as they engage you. And that's what entertainment needs to be. It needs to be, the best person for the job instead of what they look like. And that's great.
Do you see yourself as a role model?
People tell me that sometimes, but I don't. I don't walk out of my door saying, all right, let me fix my tiara. I'm going to be a good role model today. But yes, I do feel a sense of social responsibility. I feel like I've been put in a place where I'm privileged. I have a lot at my disposal, and I should use my platform to be able to give back. Whether that's me as a celebrity, whether that's me as an actor, whether that's me as a person, or even just me as a girl. I think it's on each one of us to be socially responsible to the world around us. We can't question what's happening in the world if we are not willing to change it.
Regardless of political views, we just had this momentous women's march occur over the weekend. It was, regardless of which way you lean,
Around the world.
Around the world, to see
Yes.
people mobilize
Yes.
and have a message. What did you think of it?
I think it was incredible to see so many women and men come together for the cause of women's rights, that women's rights are not something we should have to fight about in 2017. Women's rights are humans' rights. And I think all these women's marches around the world, and all of them may have different political agendas, political point of views, but more than anything, it was so many people around the world coming together to just say that we're going to stand united. We're not going to divide ourselves. And that, I think, is the bigger message.
Quantico tackles issues that are so important today. Terrorism at the forefront. Being part of a project that has relevancy. What does that mean to you?
That's what I love best about Quantico, that it is not just relevant, but it is extremely topical, current. Like in one of our new episodes, you're going to see we have a female president, which is not the case. We're tackling the issue of fake news and how that's put into the internet and people start believing it and how it becomes a really big thing. So all of these topical issues are being sort of mirrored into entertainment by our show, and I think that makes it extremely smart and relevant.
In Baywatch, you get to work with The Rock. And this guy, I remember when he first started, and now he has become one of the most powerful people in our business. When you're around someone like that, how much do you soak in? How much does it also inspire you to want to achieve that level of success?
I mean, it's exactly the same thing. The more time I spend with DJ, the more I realize how much he probably deserves to be where he is. He's one of the smartest guys I know. He is so hardworking. He wakes up at 4 o'clock in the morning. He will work as many hours as you want him to. He has such an incredible marketing mind. He knows how he wants to sell his movies. He's an amazing producer to work on in Baywatch as well. And the more I know him, I understand why he is who he is, because he deserves it. He's someone who walks into a room and you turn around and look because you know someone's walked in, and that's the sign of a superstar.
My final question. When you sat down, you said, I love what I do. And it's rare because we see the glitz and glamour of a celebrity's life, but not everybody loves what they do.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that passion for being able to live your dream.
Look, it's a lot of work, okay? But there's no free lunch in the world. I mean, I'm on 1 hour of sleep today. I've slept 2 hours in the night before. I've been back and forth from LA 4 times last week, in 1 week. So from New York, which is a 6-hour flight, just saying. But
She's a hardworking lady, needless to say.
The only way to be able to do all of that is if you love what you do. I mean, I get up every morning and I walk onto set, whether it is sitting and doing interviews, whether it's talking about my show coming back on Monday, whether it's shooting like a crazy scene. I have a 3-page scene coming up in 2 hours with a lot of speaking. Whether it's doing all of that, I see myself doing something which is bigger than me. I'm creating an artist that might be bigger than me as Priyanka, me as just a person. And art always ends up becoming bigger than you. And I want to be able to see whatever I do, I don't know what that'll be, to become that.
I can't say it enough. You're one of the coolest.